In 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verses 16 to 18, it says, "Be joyful always, pray continually, give thanks in all circumstances, for that is God's will for you in Christ Jesus." I'm standing outside Lace Hill Academy, the place in which my church normally meets, Sunday by Sunday. I say normally because we're not living in normal times, are we? And for the past few weeks, we haven't been able to meet in this place, in the period of lockdown in which we find ourselves. But I must confess that on Good Friday, just a few days ago, as I watched people arrive for worship via our Zoom meeting, I felt quite emotional as one by one, windows opened with people who are part of our church turning up to worship, to remember Christ crucified for us on that Good Friday. And it was a reminder to me that although we can't meet in this place at the moment, yet there is still much that we can do, and we can meet in an online way. We can be joyful together. And I did feel filled with joy. The Apostle Paul often talked about that, being joyful because of the people that he had the privilege of serving. And certainly I've felt like that, just felt joyful that God has called me to serve Wells Street United Church over these past 5.5 years, and joyful that I can be with you in such a time as this. Then what about praying continually? There are many things that we need to pray for, and not least this coronavirus that has been sweeping our globe, and I'm sure that you will go on praying, perhaps praying every night, as often I find myself doing, just that God would bring an end to the situation. But of course, it's good to pray for one another as well at this time of relative separation, to pray for those in our church, and if you're here from another church, to pray for those in your church as well. And often I find myself doing that, praying for people as I call them to mind, and just remembering you before the Lord. Then what about giving thanks in all circumstances? I must say that over these past few days, I've been thankful for so many things in the life of my church, of our church. I was really thankful for the videos that were put together by our children's team. It's amazing how much creativity is coming out at this time from different sources. So I was thankful for that. I've been thankful for new opportunities to try things differently. For example, doing our Tenebrae communion on Maundy Thursday was just doing things differently. And then, not that it's anything new to us, but having some live worship on Sunday, live, that is, brought to us from a living room or some other room, one of our church folk, and via Zoom. And then also for myself to preach live a couple of times via Zoom as well, and to record that and put it online later. And then I'm thankful for those who are continuing to coordinate and bring together our life groups week by week, and for the opportunity to do that myself and to meet with people in a smaller gathering and still to think about what God is saying through His Word. So there have been many things for which I've been thankful. Getting together as well, just for tea and coffee via Zoom and having a chat, having a good catch up, doing some of those social things that we can't do in person, but we still need to do as part of a loving church community. So joyful, prayerful, thankful. I want to encourage you to be joyful. Think about what you can find joy in at this time. Be prayerful as well, and be thankful that you can do the things that you do at this time. Be thankful for the church community of which you may be a part. Be thankful for the life that God gives you. God bless you.